Hello, my fellow ZZZ players. Today, we are going to be attempting something very dumb, but it could be very fun at the same time. So, for anyone who doesn't know, in 1.0, ZZZ's combat was actually different than what it is today. There was two major differences, according to my friend who has been playing ZZZ since 1.0. One, your whole team shared one ult. The decibels off to the side, everyone shared it, so the moment it got to 3000, you would have to pick which character could use their ult, and then you would have to build that back up. And the second change was that there was no manual chain attacks. You couldn't cancel them, and you couldn't delay them from activating. It was just the moment a chain attack started, you had to finish it or you let that timer run out. So we're going to be implementing those two rules into today's Shiyu Reset attempt. I already went ahead and got to Node 5, so the way we're going to be doing this is I'm going to be turning off manual chain attacks. The moment a chain attack starts, I got to finish it. I can't cancel out of it. I got to go ahead and just do the whole thing. And then for the ults, I am only allowed to use my ult when every character on my team has their ult available. So I think that's the best way to mimic the whole only having one ult or one decibel meter for the entire team. So let's say if I'm running a team with Lycon, Nicole, and Haramasa for some reason, all three of them have to have their ult symbol up on their gauges in order for me to even use one of them. So let's say I decide to use Lycon's for some reason. I can't use Haramasa or Nicole's ult, even though they both have them. I can't use them until I get Lycon back up to 3000 decibels. So that is the challenge for today. How well can we score if we were to play this like if it is 1.0 once more? So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Let me check. I haven't even looked at what Node 5 is yet. I did Node 4 just to get ahead, but I haven't actually looked at these. So we got Ice, Electric, Physical, Aether, and Wind. Alright. Well, let me go ahead and figure out what teams I'm going to use, and then we'll jump right into this. Alright, so for room 1, it looks like we got an anomaly room. This looks like it's meant for Promiya. I don't have her, so we're going to be using Miyabi, Vivian, and Yuzuha, along with Robin. And just to make sure you guys can see, I do have manual chain attack off. So, let's go ahead and jump into this and see how well we can do despite these restrictions we have on ourselves. The biggest challenge with this is going to be not automatically using my ults when I have them. I gotta remember, like, okay, I gotta make sure everyone has their ults before I use one. And then I have to decide whose ult to use. Like, whose ult is the most important here? Like, I guess the obvious answer would be Miyabi because she's the main DPS, but, like, I don't know, Vivian's ult does give me, like, full stacks of her flower stuff, or flight feathers. So I don't know, I might default to using Vivian's. Alright, so as you see there, Miyabi has her ult, but Vivian and Yuzuha do not, so I have to wait to use it. I can't use it yet. I have to wait until one of these two, or both of these two, get 3000. Alright, now Vivian has hers, so now it's just waiting for Yuzuha to fill up her meter. And then we can finally use an ult. Alright, let's use Vivian's. I don't know if this is a smart choice, but we're gonna go ahead and use it. Oh, I should have saved that EX. Oh well. Alright, now we gotta wait for Vivian to charge up. Damn, I might not even get another ult off. Actually, I will, just because I'm not gonna have enough damage, probably, to kill before the other ult. Alright, let's just keep switching. We really gotta make sure we get these parries, because that'll help build up Vivian's ult again. So we gotta make sure she gets those parries with those free decibels. Alright, go ahead and set that up. Yuzuha ran out of candy stacks. Whoops. Yeah, I think Miyabi's ult is surprisingly the least important one here because the other two ults are very useful for keeping their stacks up. So let's use Yuzuha's this time. Then again, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of damage by not using Miyabi's ult. Alright, there we go. I can't cancel out of this. I have to do the whole chain attack. I guess we'll end in Yuzuha's. Actually, we'll throw out Robin. Alright, you go ahead and do this. She also has a bit to go before she gets her ult back. Honestly, I'm getting more stacks with Miyabi's frosting than I thought I was going to. I thought that was going to be a struggle, but doing well so far.
My blade is already
Oh crap. Come on. Need more feathers. More feathers, please. Izaha almost has her ult. Everyone has her ult. We're using Vivian's. We're using Vivian's. Because she has no flight feathers up. Yeah, I'm not using Miyabi's ult at all for this run, I guess. Alright, there we go. Are we gonna get another stun before this is over? It's gonna be close. Nope, not anymore because of the miasma. The asthma, as Arya would say. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that. I don't know why I thought that would end it by using those. Ow. Okay, that was a lot of damage. Not very appreciative of that. Why? Dude, we are dragging this fight on so long because we can't get this last little burst. Come on, get the damage out, get the damage out. There we go. Well, we did get an S rank. I did see the S rank, but I don't know how many points we actually got. I felt so weird not using ults. 28, we still did 28. Thank God for those room buffs. The room buffs have definitely helped still get that 28. Hopefully the other rooms go just as well. Alright, so for room 2, I decided not to use Haramasa here just to switch things up a little bit, because I usually throw Haramasa, Trigger, and Astra at any electric weakness. But we have physical weakness here, so we're going to go ahead and use Zhao and Yeishungus. Because I think this will be a very interesting team to try to do the one ult challenge, because it's very obvious which character here is going to be taking all the ults. So let's go ahead and see how this works out. Alright, this is my second attempt at this room because I accidentally ulted when I wasn't supposed to. Like I said, that's going to be the biggest challenge of this, is making sure I don't accidentally ult when my characters don't have all their ults. That's why we can't use Zhao or Trigger's ult, because anytime Ye Xiongwan has her ult, we need to pop it. We can't afford the damage loss of just having her sit at 3,000 decibels. Especially not in Shiyu with how strict they are with time, or with how many points you get early on. So it would be very nice if we can start building up everyone's ults, because she's almost at 3k already, and the other two don't. Yeah, they're pretty far behind her. Need to get some parries going here. Build up the other two. And also get some damage increase. Alright, right here. This is where I accidentally ulted last time. On the first run, so I had to restart. Not gonna make that mistake here. Alright. One down. We just need to get the other one now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We got it. Alright. We can transform now off of the unique gauge, and then once this ends, we can go right back into the transformation. Let's go ahead and get this stun, because we have to take it. There we go. And then, yeah, transform. We're good. I had to double check, just to make sure I'm not messing up the rule. Remember, we have to share the ult between the team. Luckily, the resonators in this game are kind of OP at this point, so I think we can get away with it. So far, it seems like we're doing good. Let's go ahead and build your leader back up. Yikes. Yeah, I feel like Zhao never does anything, but now that I can't even use her ult, she really just never does anything. She's legit here just to proc the Ether Veil. That's it. That is her only reasoning for being here. Come on, come on. Die, please! Thank you. Alright, dope. I think we got the same, around the same scores we did in Miyabi's room. I think it was 28. 29, alright. Dope. Alright, so for room 3, we have another anomaly room, but I don't have another anomaly team, so we're just going to go ahead and use the Rupture team here with Lucia, Shifufu, and Yixuan with Snap. For Yixuan, I think, because she has 2 ults, and since the second one, her secondary ult, has its own meter, I guess it's okay to use that. So if we do have that one filled up, despite the other 2 not having their ult, I guess it's fine to use it. Or do we want to restrict it to only be something that we can use at full? I don't know. Just to make this even more challenging, we're going to go ahead and restrict it. So Yixuan can't use either of her ults unless the other 2 are over or have their ults, because I can't say 3,000 because Jufufu does increase everyone up to 4,000. So as long as the other 2 have the ability to use their ults, then I can use both of Yixuan's ults. But we're going to go ahead and restrict her secondary ult. Despite it not being decibel based, we're going to go ahead and give it the same restriction. So with that being said, go ahead and jump into this fight. Alright, this is going to be the rough one. This is going to be the rough one, I feel like. I feel like a lot of Yixuan's damage is going to come off of those ults. So not having access to them at all times, or not being able to use them when they're available, might end up slowing us down. But we'll see, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she will surprise me. Ow. I'll go ahead and do this. Parry. Get another EX skill in here. I can't do an ult cancel because I don't have them, so let's do this, I guess. Do this. Alright, Yixuan has 1 ult. Okay, we got another one here. Who needs their ult? Is it just Fufu? Oh no, we got them all. Alright, it's go time. I can still use this one if I want to save it or use it. Actually, I could use... no, let's just go ahead and let Yixuan use it now. I was going to say I could use one of the other ones, Shifufu or Lucia's, but... nah, we'll just go ahead and stick to Yixuan. We need that damage out here fast. We need damage out here fast. Another chain attack. We are stunning quite a bit in this room. Why didn't they get... ooh, let us back into Jufufu. I think this is the best damage we're going to get just by holding. Does everyone have their ults? Yes. Gwen, drop it. We need that damage quick. We need that damage quick. We can't afford to waste time here. I can't use her secondary ult though because I'm not at 3,000. So that's the problem. I need to even time that. I did not think about that. Yeah, I can't use the secondary ult because Yixuan's on at 3,000. So I need to save her main ult and use her secondary first for better, more damage output. Well, I guess we'll do that for the second run if I need to do a second one. I'm hoping I'm not, but I'm looking over at the score and I don't think I'm gonna get the S rank here. I'm actually a little worried. We need a big score bonus here. Alright, we should be able to get back into Yishuan off of this. Perfect. And we have both ults, so we can use them. Start pouring out the damage. I don't think Ether Veil's up. It is not. That is also not helping that we can't keep Ether Veil up. Come on, get the Ether Veil back up, please. We need it. All right. Oop. Oop. Come on. Alright, get the block, or not the block, but the stun. Bam. Bam. Bop. Swap. Trying to see if I can get her secondary ult. There we go. Now I can use both of them, because I'm still over 3,000. This kill. So close. There we go. I don't think we cleared this. I truly do not think we actually cleared that. We did not. We were 600 points. Well, damn. Alright, attempt number 2 to get an S rank on this. I went ahead and changed up the team. I think because we can't do ult cancels, it might be better just to go ahead and try to get as much damage out there as possible off of Yishuan. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Astra instead of Shifufu. My Astra is M1, so we'll have some of that res, even more ether res go down thanks to that. So hopefully that'll be enough to push us over the limit. And we're going to keep Lucia just for the ether veil. Hopefully I can keep it up a little bit better now with quick assists. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Alright. Try number 2. Hopefully this goes better. We really just need to get as much damage out as we possibly can here. Hopefully basically running double support here will be the boost we need. If we can get all S ranks despite the restrictions, I will be happy with that. And honestly, since I can't do any like manual chains and stuff, I honestly don't think having a stunner is all that important. I think I'd rather take the Astra buffs. Okay, everyone has their ults. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Go. That felt like it went a lot better. That definitely felt like it went a lot better. Go ahead and switch out to Lucia. The parry. There we go. EX parry now. Yeah, I feel better about this already. Just looking at the damage numbers, it already feels 10 times better than with Shifufu. I'll probably keep the Shifufu attempt in still, just to show that like I didn't one-shot all of these. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit easier than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna struggle a lot more, but luckily I have the right agents to take advantage of the rune buffs. If I had to use agents that weren't on the rune buffs, this would have been 20 times harder. As much as I love Harimasa, I really don't think he would have cleared that second rune with the restrictions. As much as I hate to admit that, I think it would have been a little rough for him. Alright, I can do this. Should be able to get the ether veil back up. Astra, back into you. The Yishuan. Not gonna have her ults, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to rely on hold square, the heavy attack here. Still did decent damage. Could have been better, but could have been a lot worse as well, so. Gotta take what we can get. Yeah, Yishuan is definitely a lot more reliant on her ult damage than like, the other two units were. Which is a reason why this one's been a lot more difficult. Okay, we have both ults. Use them. Come on, come on, come on. Give us more damage, please. Please, I need this. I need this damage. I'm trying to think, is there another like very heavily reliant ult damage DPS that I have? That would make this challenge even harder. I can't think of who I would have in my account off the top of my head that would fit that criteria. I guess Monato? A lot of Monato's damage comes from his ult, I feel like. Then again, I don't know how to play Monato correctly. I just kind of press buttons with him, so I could be wrong. But we got the S rank. Barely. We barely crossed it. 25. Alright, but we got it. We did, in fact, get it. Alright, and with that, the challenge is officially over, so despite the restrictions we had, the chain attack restriction really didn't affect much. The ult restriction definitely did. That definitely made a big difference. I feel like a lot of these scores would have been a lot higher, especially Yishuan. I think Yishuan would have easily cracked 30. Ye Shuangguang could probably crack 35. Well, okay, let's not get too ahead of myself. Maybe 33. Miyabi could probably crack 33, so they definitely affected the scores. Sorry, they definitely affected the scores quite a bit. But we still managed to triple S, so hey, we got it. It was fun to try this. It was a fun little dumb challenge, so I ain't got no regrets. I might go back and clean those up later. Then again, I really don't care about my Shiyu score all that much. Let me go ahead and show you guys the builds that were used with today's characters. Some of them were slightly different than usual, so. But yeah, overall, I had fun with this. Nice little challenge to do with Shiyu when I don't really like playing Shiyu. I've mentioned this before in the other Shiyu videos. I'm just not a big fan of how it's scored anymore. I think it's kind of dumb the way it works. So doing this just to try to change it up a little bit, make it a little bit more exciting. It was fun. It was fun to do. So let me know if you guys attempt this. It'd be interesting to see other people's attempts with other agents. It'd be interesting to see what other agents would struggle with this. Like, would Banyue struggle with this? I don't know how ult heavy his damage is. He is a rupture unit, so I feel like he'd be a decent chunk, but it's not, can't be that much. So, huh. Yeah, I really do wonder how many other units would suffer from not being able to use ults as often. But yeah, overall, very fun. I had fun. We might do this again on the next Shiyu resets. Might be just a thing we do on all Shiyu resets for fun. I don't know. But with that being said, I think that'll do it. I think that was all the characters we used. I think we showed all their builds. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Let me know how your Shiyu runs went. Let me know if you attempt this challenge as well. But as always, have a good rest of your day / night. Have a good rest of your day / night. God bless. Happy gaming. Journey well. And I will see you all next time.